The Awakening of Sun Wukong, Birth from Stone. In the heart of ancient China, where mist-clad mountains whispered secrets and rivers flowed with the memory of dragons, there existed a mountain unlike any other. Its name, Flowers and Fruit Mountain, resonated with magic, a place where the veil between realms was thin and legends took root. And it was here, atop a sun-kissed peak, that a curious phenomenon occurred. A stone, ancient beyond reckoning, cracked open like a cosmic egg. From its heart emerged a creature, an improbable fusion of earth and fire, mischief and might. His name would echo through eternity. Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, the stone's secret. The sun itself seemed to pause, casting its golden gaze upon this newborn wonder. Sun Wukong blinked, his eyes twin suns ablaze. His fur, a russet hue, shimmered with stardust. His tail swirled like a comet's tail, and his laughter echoed through the valleys, startling birds from their nests. Born from stone, the wise sages whispered, a harbinger of destiny. But Sun Wukong cared little for prophecies. He reveled in his newfound freedom. His limbs, once bound by rock, now danced across the mountain slopes. He leaped from peak to peak, leaving trails of stardust in his wake. The other monkeys watched in awe, their chattering hushed. "King!" they cried. "Our king has risen." And so, Sun Wukong became their sovereign, the Monkey King. His crown, a wreath of fiery leaves. His throne, a boulder warmed by centuries of sun. His subjects, a raucous band of simian tricksters who swung from vines and stole peaches from the heavenly peach garden. But it was Sun Wukong's eyes that set him apart. They blazed like twin suns, piercing the veil between realms. One glance, and he could see the Jade Emperor's heavenly palace, the celestial bureaucracy where gods and immortals resided. "What mischief shall I cause today?" Sun Wukong mused, his gaze sweeping across the heavens. Perhaps a rain of peaches upon the Jade Emperor's court? And so he squinted, focusing his fiery vision. Golden beams shot forth, streaking toward the distant palace. The Jade Emperor, sipping celestial tea, nearly spilled it as sunlight flooded his chambers. "Who dares?" he thundered, his dragon robes billowing. "Who challenges the order of heaven?" But Sun Wukong merely laughed, his eyes still aflame. "I am the Monkey King," he declared, "born from stone, crowned by stars. And I seek no master but the open sky." Word spread like wildfire. The Jade Emperor summoned his generals, celestial dragons, phoenixes, and thunder deities. They assembled in the heavenly court, their eyes narrowed. "This monkey defies us," said the Dragon King, scales shimmering. "He must be tamed." "Agreed," chimed the Phoenix Queen. "But how? His fiery eyes pierce our illusions." And so they devised a contest, a challenge for kingship. Sun Wukong would face the 4 heavenly kings, guardians of the cardinal directions. If he defeated them, he'd rule the heavens. If not, he'd be banished to mortal realms. The Monkey King grinned, adjusting his golden circlet. "A fair game," he said, "but beware. I've danced with typhoons and wrestled with comets. Your kingship won't come easily." And thus the battle commenced. Sun Wukong fought like a cyclone, twirling, somersaulting, and wielding his staff. He dodged lightning bolts, spun through tornadoes, and laughed as thunder rumbled. "East," he shouted, facing the Azure Dragon King. "Your winds are swift, but my staff is swifter." "South," he challenged, locking staffs with the Vermilion Bird King. "Your flames scorch, but my fur is flameproof." "East," he shouted, facing the Azure Dragon King. "Your winds are swift, but my staff is swifter." "South," he challenged, locking staffs with the Vermilion Bird King. "Your flames scorch, but my fur is flameproof." "West," he taunted, grappling with the White Tiger King. "Your claws are sharp, but my wits are sharper." "North," he roared, facing the Black Tortoise King. "Your waters surge, but my laughter is a tidal wave." And one by one, the kings fell. Sun Wukong stood triumphant, staff ablaze, eyes defiant. "I am the Monkey King," he declared to the heavens.
I'm the Monkey King, born from stone, crowned by stars, and I seek no master but the open sky. And now I claim my throne.
And so, the celestial court bowed, their dragon scales shimmer. Quest for a weapon, the Rui Jingu Bang. Sun Wukong's quest for power led him beyond the mist-shrouded mountains, across vast oceans where waves whispered forgotten secrets. The Eastern Dragon King awaited him, an ancient deity whose scales shimmered like moonlit waves. "I seek a weapon," Sun Wukong declared, standing on the ocean's edge, "a staff that can stretch to the heavens or shrink to a needle's point." The Dragon King's eyes crinkled, amused. "Ah, the Rui Jingu Bang," he said. "Forged by cosmic blacksmiths, it stabilizes the four seas. It belongs to me, but I sense destiny in your fiery gaze." And so, the Dragon King presented the staff, a golden cudgel that hummed with primordial energy. Its weight shifted, a mountain one moment, a feather the next. Sun Wukong swung it, creating ripples across the ocean. "This," he declared, "shall be my weapon." The staff responded, elongating to touch the sky. Sun Wukong grinned, feeling the pulse of the tides within its core. The Rui Jingu Bang, his anchor, his lightning rod, his cosmic plaything. With this, he vowed, "I'll shake the heavens and dance among the stars." And so, the Monkey King embarked on his next chapter, the journey to retrieve sacred Sutris. But little did he know that enlightenment awaited not in scrolls alone, but in battles, laughter, and the very heart of his mischievous soul. Rebellion against heaven. The imprisonment. The heavens trembled as Sun Wukong's defiance echoed through celestial corridors. His laughter, once carefree, now carried a hint of rebellion. The Jade Emperor frowned, his dragon throne creaking. "This monkey," the Emperor mused. "He steals peaches, disrupts heavenly banquets, and mocks our solemnity." "Agreed," said the Dragon King. "He must be tamed." And so, the celestial armies descended, thunder deities, wind spirits, and star maidens. Sun Wukong somersaulted through their ranks, his staff blazing. Lightning bolts crackled, but he deflected them with ease. "You cannot cage me," he taunted. "I am the Monkey King." But the Buddha intervened. His robes billowed like clouds, and his eyes held galaxies within. "Your pride blinds you," the Buddha said. "To learn humility, you shall be imprisoned beneath Five-Finger Mountain for 500 years." And so, Sun Wukong descended, a fiery comet crashing to earth. The mountain's fingers closed around him, sealing him in darkness. His laughter turned bitter, and his eyes dimmed. But even in captivity, hope flickered, a distant star. For enlightenment awaited not in freedom, but in the weight of stone, the silence of solitude, and the ache of redemption. And so, beneath the mountain, the Monkey King dreamed of skies, Sutris, and the taste of freedom. Glowing star, accompanying Xuanzang, the perilous journey. Released from his mountain prison, Sun Wukong emerged with eyes still smoldering, his laughter echoing through the valleys. But this time, his purpose was not mischief, it was redemption. Xuanzang awaited him, a man of quiet resolve, draped in saffron robes. His eyes held ancient wisdom, and his heart beat in rhythm with the Sutris he sought. Sun Wukong bowed, acknowledging a master beyond celestial titles. "I am Xuanzang," the monk said. "My quest, retrieve sacred Buddhist scriptures from India, to free souls from suffering." Sun Wukong grinned. "And I?" he asked. "I seek adventure, magic, and battles." And so, the unlikely duo set forth. The monk chanting Sutris, the Monkey King somersaulting across desolate deserts. Their fellowship expanded. Zhu Beiji joined, a portly figure with an insatiable appetite. His snout twitched at the scent of lotus roots and roasted chestnuts. But beneath his gluttony lay hidden virtues, a loyalty to Tang Xuanzang and a penchant for comic relief. "I am Zhu Beiji," he declared, "half pig, half human. My mission, enlightenment, sprinkled with snacks." Sun Wukong chuckled. "A noble quest indeed." And then came Sha Wujing, a water ogre who once drowned travelers but now sought redemption. His blue skin bore scars of remorse, and his eyes held the weight of centuries. "I am Sha Wujing," he said, "once a monster, now a disciple. My duty? Protect the monk and find my own salvation." Sun Wukong nodded. "We're a motley crew," he observed. "A monkey, a pig, and a reformed ogre. What could go wrong?" Their journey unfolded, a tapestry of trials. Demons lurked in haunted forests, their eyes hungry for monk flesh. Rivers whispered riddles, and mountains shifted like sleeping dragons. Sun Wukong wielded his Rui Jingu Bang. Zhu Beiji devoured anything edible, and Sha Wujing meditated on the nature of existence. To India, Tang Xuanzang chanted asterisk, where scrolls bloom like lotus petals. Enlightenment awaits. And so they marched, the monk, the monkey king, the gluttonous pig, and the reformed ogre. Their laughter echoed across realms, a testament to unlikely bonds and shared purpose. "Adventure," Sun Wukong declared, "awaits us, my friends, and perhaps, just perhaps, redemption too." And with that, they stepped into the unknown, a fellowship of misfits, bound by destiny and the promise of enlightenment. Glowing star, Sun Wukong's supernatural prowess. In the tapestry of ancient China, Sun Wukong wove his legend, a symphony of strength, agility, and mystical abilities. Let us delve into the threads that compose the Monkey King's supernatural tapestry. Unyielding strength, Sun Wukong's sinewy arms bear the weight of 2 heaven mountains without strain. Their peaks kiss the sky, and their roots delve into the underworld. His muscles ripple like coiled dragons, unyielding and indomitable. Celestial velocity, with a single somersault, Sun Wukong traverses 108,000 li, a distance spanning kingdoms, deserts, and oceans. His speed defies earthly bounds, leaving comet trails in his wake. The wind whispers tales of his passage. The memory of monkeys. Sun Wukong's mind is an ancient library, shelves stacked with scrolls of monkey lineage. He recalls every simian face, their laughter, their mischief, their dreams. His memory spans eons, connecting him to every monkey ever born. Guardian of the simian realm, as king of the monkeys, Sun Wukong dons a crown of leaves and stars. He patrols forests, chattering with tree spirits and tracking his kin. His roar echoes through bamboo groves, warning predators. These are my children, the 72 earthly transformations. Sun Wukong's mastery unfolds, a kaleidoscope of forms. He shapeshifts into animals, objects, and even celestial beings. A sparrow, a boulder, a dragon. Each guise conceals his fiery core. His laughter dances through illusions. Hair of enchantment, his fur holds secrets. Sun Wukong's hair births doppelgangers, copies of himself, each as mischievous as the original. They multiply, a legion of monkey kings, confusing foes and leaving chaos in their wake. Weather's puppeteer, Sun Wukong teases the elements. Clouds gather at his command, swirling like celestial dragons. Raindrops tap out rhythms, and lightning obeys his whims. But his favorite trick, freezing time, a breath held, a world suspended. Trollery and disguises, the Monkey King's mischief. As the arduous journey unfolded, Sun Wukong's playful spirit danced alongside the monk Tang Xuanzang. But even enlightenment-seeking pilgrims needed a respite from solemnity. And so, the Monkey King donned disguises, each more audacious than the last. "Erlang Shen," Sun Wukong whispered, "watch this." And with a thought, he transformed. A celestial robe draping his shoulders, a dragon crown perched atop his fiery hair. His eyes sparkled like constellations. "Greetings, Erlang Shen," Sun Wukong boomed, his voice echoing through the clouds. It is I, the Jade Emperor himself. Erlang Shen, the three-eyed celestial hound, blinked. His spear trembled, and his fur stood on end. Jade Emperor? Erlang stammered. But silence. Sun Wukong waved his staff, creating celestial fireworks. I've come to inspect your heavenly paperwork. Any discrepancies, and you'll be demoted to a tea-serving imp. And so Erlang Shen scrambled scrolls, abacus, and celestial stamps in hand. Sun Wukong suppressed laughter, watching the hound god sweat celestial beads. Everything in order, Erlang? Sun Wukong asked, raising an eyebrow. Why yes, Jade Emperor, Erlang stammered. All celestial accounts balanced. Excellent. Sun Wukong twirled his staff. Now fetch me a peach. I crave celestial fruit. And with that, he vanished, leaving Erlang Shen bewildered and peachless. Tang Xuanzang, Sun Wukong said, observe my next feat. And so he transformed. A phoenix's plumage, wings ablaze. He fluttered into the heavenly banquet, where gods feasted on ambrosia and moonlight. Greetings, divine beings, Sun Wukong sang. I am Phoenix Wukong, here to bless your dumplings and spice your immortality elixirs. The gods stared. Their chopsticks froze mid-air. Phoenix Wukong? The Jade Emperor raised an eyebrow. We have no such. Sun Wukong flapped his wings. Behold, the Phoenix dance of enlightenment, and he twirled. A celestial whirlwind, feathers scattering like stardust. The gods clapped, their solemnity shattered. More dumplings, Sun Wukong demanded, and extra moonlight sauce. And so, the Monkey King feasted, leaving celestial crumbs and laughter in his wake. Tang Xuanzang, Sun Wukong whispered, one final jest, and he transformed, a teapot delicate and porcelain. He floated to the Jade Emperor's palace, where celestial dignitaries sipped tea. Greetings, Sun Wukong said, pouring himself. I am Teapot Wukong, dispenser of wisdom and Earl Grey. The Jade Emperor frowned. We have no. Sip, Sun Wukong urged. It's enlightenment infused. And so they sipped, the Jade Emperor, Erlang Shen, and celestial bureaucrats. Their eyes widened, and their robes billowed. This tea, Erlang whispered, it tastes like mischief. Indeed, Sun Wukong grinned, and a dash of moonlight. And with that, he floated away, leaving celestial laughter echoing through the heavens. The journey's end, Sun Wukong's enlightenment. After countless trials, desert sands scorching, monsoons drenching, demons challenging, the pilgrims reached India. The sacred Sutris lay before them, their pages aglow with celestial light. Tang Xuanzang's eyes held both exhaustion and anticipation. These scrolls, he whispered, hold the key to enlightenment, to free souls from suffering. And Sun Wukong, his transformation neared, a cosmic alchemy of trials and tribulations. His fiery eyes dimmed, and his laughter softened. He stood at the precipice of destiny. Tang Xuanzang, Sun Wukong said, observe my final metamorphosis. And so he closed his eyes, a meditation spanning centuries. His fur turned to stardust, and his staff hummed with ancient mantras. The heavens held their breath. I am the victorious fighting Buddha, Sun Wukong declared, his voice echoing through realms. Born from stone, crowned by stars, my battles were not in vain. They forged my enlightenment. And with that, he ascended, a comet spiraling toward nirvana. His laughter echoed across the cosmos, a symphony of chaos and wisdom. The Buddha himself awaited, a lotus throne, robes woven from moonbeams. His eyes held galaxies within, and his smile cradled universes. Sun Wukong, the Buddha said, your journey, mischievous, arduous, has led you here. I sought battles, Sun Wukong confessed, but found compassion. I defied heaven, danced with storms, and wore disguises. And now, the Buddha interrupted, you shed your monkey form. You are no longer king, but kin to all beings. And so, Sun Wukong dissolved, a cosmic mist, merging with the void. His laughter lingered, a comet's tail across eternity. Enlightenment, he whispered, is not in scrolls alone. It's in battles, laughter, and the heart's quiet surrender. And with that, the Monkey King became a guardian of wisdom, a protector of realms, a weaver of constellations. Legacy and myth, Sun Wukong's laughter. In the quiet corners of China, where incense curls and ancient cypress trees guard temple gates, Sun Wukong's legacy thrives. His adventures, woven into scrolls, whispered by storytellers, transcend time, becoming more than myth. They are the heartbeat of a nation, a celestial rhythm echoing through dynasties and revolutions.